The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Hello, I'm Jasmine Aerojak with the 6 p.m. news. In this edition, Saron locals request government intervention, Parliament passes sessional order, and Sandercock lays out Orchid's World Cup plan. The Madang urban local level government will be the first in Madang district and the province to pilot the photo roll update for the 2027 national general elections. Today, a PNG Electoral Commission team made first contact with institutions. It would be carrying out the awareness and rollout update registration with including Madang Technical College, Divine Word University, Modilon General Hospital, and Beyond Correctional Institution. The meeting included awareness on the PNG electoral roll update, register eligible citizens who have not enrolled, updating voter details, and capturing photographs of existing voters. All youths within the voting age are urged to register during the roll update exercise, which kicks off next week. The National Volunteer Service is preparing to deploy volunteers across Central Province following a successful assessment mission. After visiting all 5 districts, the NVS has confirmed plans to strengthen service delivery at the local level.
The National Volunteer Service is set to send volunteers to Central Province to assist in socio-economic services. Central Province Volunteer Program Coordinator Eddie Maga said 16 volunteers have been identified and will be placed across the province's 16 local level governments. He added that these volunteers will help improve the local economy and enhance the quality and efficiency of socio-economic services. The initiative follows a memorandum of agreement signed on April 9, 2025 between the Central Provincial Government and NVS. Volunteers are expected to focus on agriculture, cooperative societies, and small to medium enterprises, key sectors identified for economic growth. Mr. Manga also highlighted the vision of Central Governor Rufina Peter, which prioritizes cash crop production, including cocoa and coffee, to expand market opportunities and boost agroeconomic development. A pre-service orientation is set to begin next week, bringing together volunteers and host organizations to finalize plans before deployment. Following the training, a tripartite agreement will be signed, formally assigning volunteers to their respective locations with clear targets and responsibilities. The National Volunteer Service operates under the Ministry of Defense and plays a key role in placing skilled professionals in rural and remote communities. The program is expected to drive development and improve livelihoods across Central Province. Susan Oreape, TVWAN News.
Police stations in the nation's capital were encouraged to establish community policing programs to engage with local communities and fight crime. NCD and Central Assistant Commissioner Benjamin Turi said this during the launch of the 9 Mile Police Station Community Policing Program yesterday. Turi noted that this specific section of the police force will actively move into communities to raise awareness on policing. While other police divisions remain operational, the community policing team will work directly alongside school administrations, market management, and community leaders. Local businessman in Mendy's Southern Highlands province, Stephen Temo, is appealing to fellow community leaders to encourage the surrender of firearms and bring that sense of peace and security to Mendy district. His call comes as PNG prepares for the 2027 national general elections. Mr. Temo, who was instrumental in the recent gun surrender exercise in Mendy, was a victim of gun violence in the last national elections.
Local businessman and a community leader in Mendy, Southern Highlands Province, Stephen Temo, has made an appeal to fellow leaders in the province to support the surrender of firearms and make their communities safer places to live in. Mr. Temo's call is to ensure peace is established in preparation for the upcoming national general elections next year.
Suppose all leaders or through you mean stand up the people. All must start surrounding all gun. You mean must stand up start now. All in man want them now. You know, you mean look at this town living election, you must make him in the best interest of the people. Lost save him all now. This like so.
Mr. Temo was a victim of gun violence in the last general election. Instead of retaliation, he chose awareness of gun violence and its detrimental impact on communities. He put support behind voluntary surrendering of weapons and achieved this in Mendy recently.
Me also in Prime Minister. Slow Mendy town, but not one violence become again. Election must run straight. People must vote straight. Now you must elect him all good leaders straight now. They must come now saving people of Southern Islands now. Current Islam Mendy town, he go back like a glory days. The important thing is Mendy town. Heartbeat belong Southern Islands. Mani de lo kawa, mani de lo pangia, mani de lo nipa, mani de lo wana mabem. You ba fly kamba kam fundan in lo Mendy town headquarter ya. Balus mas kam fundan na current body wana but go back long district. So Mipla must straighten Islam Mendy town so.
His efforts were commended by Prime Minister James Marape. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
The National Different Abilities Advocacy Agency in Port Moresby hosted its Disability Sector Dialogue Forum today. It was a strategic multi-stakeholder engagement initiative for government agencies, development partners, disability service providers and key stakeholders to discuss the current status, challenges, opportunities, and future direction of disability inclusive development within the nation's capital and Papua New Guinea overall.
In Papua New Guinea, about 12 to 13% of the population live with special needs. This is more than 1 million people. The Disability Sector Dialogue Forum held today in Port Moresby was a strategic stakeholder meet to capture the needs of these 1 million people. The forum, organized by the National Different Abilities Advocacy Agency, gave people with special needs a chance to speak out and about their concerns and welfare as citizens. The discussions focused on improving coordinations in the disability sector, promoting accessibility and inclusion, and building stronger partnerships. The aim is to make sure people with disabilities are fully included in development and public services.
And most importantly, persons with disabilities, you live the reality every day. So if one of us is missing, the cycle breaks. Inclusion is like a balloon. Many strengths, one strong bag. And government is one strength. OPDs, or organizations of persons with disabilities or impairments, is another strength. Service providers, donors, media are all strength. Together, we wave them higher.
Previous surveys show that the disability sector in PNG faces major challenges, including poor infrastructure, limited services, and lack of accessibility. The sector also depends heavily on international NGOs and church groups to provide support, such as rehabilitation, inclusive education, and assistive devices. There was also awareness about the Disability Services Act 2025. Program Manager with Tesaya Disability Services PNG, Joe Sasa, encouraged people with special needs to visit the organization for further assistance to support their well-being. He added that Tesaya will continue to support disability services in Papua New Guinea, guided by its values of compassion, inclusion, respect, and dedication. Michael Tamtipais, TVWAN News.
You're watching TVWAN News. After the break, updates from today's Parliament session, civil aviation questioned, Parliament passes sessional order, and Health Minister admits to health challenges.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, BSP's One-Took Wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at BSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One-Talks, to our family, to the ones we love. BSP's One-Took Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
What a game this has been. With a minute to go, it all comes down to this. And here they come. They go wide. Passes to Becky. He juggles. Kicks it. Who will get there? No, Kara. He's over. What a try. Oh, the emotions are flowing. Jubilation. Ecstasy. What a game.
Hiya, Mama.
You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakaro, get up a big smile on face. Time for kimchi and a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the mumu, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
You have to meet my best friend. She's the sweetest. Hey, check out my hair.
Which one? The one on your head or the one in the sink? Relax. Next time, just use the Mega Growth Anti-Damage Relaxer. It's infused with wonder oils and conditioning proteins for visibly less hair breakage after retouching. Now your hair looks great.
Thank you.
Mega Growth Anti-Damage No-Light Cream Relaxer for visibly less hair breakage after retouching.
P&G's favorite soft drink now in bottles. Goldspot brings you fresh, bold flavors in brand new 500ml bottles. Taste the rainbow. More freshness, more flavor, more fun. Lime, orange, raspberry, and pineapple. Proudly made in P&G. Proudly Goldspot.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE.
Thanks for staying with us. Locals in Loniu village and across the Los Negros LLG in Mount Manus province are currently facing thick pumice accumulation on their beachfronts after a massive submarine eruption of the Titan Ridge volcano in the Bismarck Sea several weeks back. On the 8th of May, the Titan Ridge volcano, located in the central Bismarck Sea, approximately 125 kilometers southeast of Manus Island, began its most recent and highly active submarine eruption. The underwater eruption caused large plumes of steam and ash, as well as massive floating pumice rafts. It has been 5 weeks since the eruption. However, locals and across the Los Negros LLG in Manus province are currently facing thick pumice accumulation on their beachfronts. Sundi shared that the pumice has affected fishing, damaging marine life in the area and affecting the livelihood of the community.
I'm currently standing in front of where one of the primary schools is located on Saron Front, Groloko Primary School. As you can see from behind, as of day 4, there have been continuous accumulation of pumice debris on the shores of our village. And it's quite concerning because we were hoping the high tides would pull out the pumice out into the ocean and then out of the beachfront. Unfortunately, this has not happened, and it's come day 4. The accumulation has gone as far as a kilometer out from where the reefs are. It's basically damaged all our marine life, our coral sea, and hindered the livelihoods of the community, who would highly depend on fishing as their source of survival.
Sundi and other locals in the area are calling on the National Disaster Office and relevant government officers to come to their aid with information and relief support.
My plea is to the National Disaster Office, if they can help us. We've been seeking help from the Provincial Disaster Office since Saturday, but we have not had anything back. The communities are ready to help. Unfortunately, we do not have the necessary equipment such as shovels, wheelbarrows, even nettings. Everyone's at a state of confusion right now, so if there's any support from government or from our development partners, it will actually go in a long way and to assist us to save our reef. This is overwhelming.
More than 900 trees representing more than 30 native species in Tabubil and Bige were planted through World Environment Day 2026, marked by Octedi Mining Limited. The initiative prompted local biodiversity conservation, rising temperatures, changing rainfall patterns, flooding, and drought present risks to infrastructure, workforce safety, and downstream riverine system. These realities underscore the importance of responsible mining practices that safeguard environmental integrity while ensuring long-term operational resilience and the associated economic benefits. Through its Growth 2050 energy transition strategy, Octedi is actively reducing its carbon footprint through additional renewable energy investments. On the eve of World Ocean Day, NCD Governor Powes Parkop led a symbolic walk from Ella Beach to Sir Hubert Murray Stadium, rallying citizens to protect Papua New Guinea's vast ocean from plastic pollution and climate threats. The initiative drew strong community participation, sending a powerful message of collective resolve.
NCD Governor Powes Parkop rallied citizens to protect the ocean against plastic pollution. He reminded participants of the work that Papua New Guinea's sea area, spanning 4.2 million kilometers, nearly 10 times its land mass, produces between 50 to 80% of the Earth's oxygen and sustains rich biodiversity, including 25% of the world's tuna stocks. This year's World Ocean Day theme is Strong Marine Protected Areas for Our Blue Planet. Governor Parkop urged citizens to stop littering drains and coasts, adapt sustainable fishing practices, and support conservation programs through reef rehabilitation, cleanups, waste-to-energy innovation, and education to safeguard our marine heritage for generations to come. Governor Parkop outlined several programs to protect marine ecosystems and coastal communities. Coral rehabilitation with NGOs, coastal cleanup programs to tackle plastic waste, waste-to-energy recycling projects to create eco-friendly materials, ecological park development at Barony landfill to process waste sustainably, and scholarships for marine science to build capacity in marine biology, botany, and entomology. World Ocean Day, observed globally today, highlights the urgent need to protect marine species, biodiversity, coral reefs, and coastal zones. Located at the heart of Coastal Triangle, Papua New Guinea is home to approximately 30,840 kilometers of coral reefs and around 600 islands, making ocean stewardship a national priority. Tracy Pa, TV1 News.
Alotau MP Ricky Morris questioned Deputy Prime Minister John Rosso in Parliament today regarding civil aviation security in the country, especially around illegal activities like mining and fishing. Rosso confirmed that results of increased airport security after the first incident have led to the confiscation of gold bars from individuals trying to send them out of the country.
We have liaised with our counterparts, not only in immigration, but in my capacity as the Deputy Prime Minister. We have increased airport security, liaised with customs, liaised with civil aviation and their security, thus resulting in those apprehensions. Those apprehensions, Mr. Deputy Speaker, showing signs that there's a lot of alluvial gold bars. It is a serious concern that I have deported in 2023 21 people for illegal activities or person non grata. In 2024, 18 have been deported. 2025, 333.
Parliament today successfully passed the sessional order following a motion moved without notice by Minister for Bougainville Affairs, Manasseh Makiba. This move initiated a significant discussion among lawmakers and led to the adoption of new procedural guidelines aimed at enhancing the efficiency and effectiveness of parliamentary proceedings.
Minister for Bougainville Affairs Manasseh Makiba, after an update on the Bougainville peace process in Parliament today, also tabled the sessional order. The sessional order is a temporary parliamentary rule and procedural framework passed by the National Parliament which dictates the specific processes, voting majorities, number of parliamentary sessions, and the format of the motion required to table and debate the 2019 Bougainville independence referendum results for final ratification.
Mr. Speaker, I move that pursuant to Section 342, subsection 2 of the National Constitution and Standing Order 284, this Parliament resolves to adopt the following sessional order in relation to the results of the referendum on Bougainville in these terms. Number one, the Minister for Bougainville Affairs shall lay on the table the return of the writ containing the results of the referendum on Bougainville. He shall make a statement and debate will ensure. Debate may be adjourned from time to time until a question is put. 2. A motion that the National Parliament accept the results of the Bougainville referendum. 3. The motion must be supported by a three-quarter absolute majority.
Minister Makiba also clarified that the sessional order was not the deliberation of the referendum results and further explained that further stages of the referendum results will be followed before Parliament vote on the referendum results. The sessional order serves as the official mechanism to execute the final political ratification regarding Bougainville's political future. The passing of the sessional order is expected to facilitate improved legislative discussions. Prime Minister James Marape urged all leaders to treat the issue carefully and not rush in their decisions.
Standing order, talk about Minister Manasseh Tassolnogat, process, peace agreement process, sanctioning this land, come now. So talk you clear. Two block government wanted me clear. But I'm having one block meeting again long July. One I'm having by one time but current date the vote come inside of parliament. Me propose him 30th of August, but both sides will agree. So we're now coming to the final stage. Since now you may vote minutes longer, and thank you for this plan.
Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
Minister for Health Elias Kapavore has admitted the health issues highlighted by the media at Port Moresby General Hospital and acknowledged that the government is addressing the issues.
Minister for Health Elias Kapavore has acknowledged the serious health issues brought to light by the media. Kapavore stated that it is time to move forward and focus on practical solutions to improve healthcare services in the hospital. He was responding to questions raised by the leader of opposition, James Nomane.
This health crisis that's currently affecting the nation, Mr. Deputy Speaker, it's not by mistake, it's not by fate, it's not by happenstance. It's either because of corruption or incompetence, or both. Now the good minister has to tell the country what steps he has taken to ensure that no more mothers give birth on the floors of these hospitals, and funding directly is provided to all health facilities throughout the country.
To thank the media, the international media who goes to our hospitals and present the current status of hospitals. I want to thank them for exposing the current status of the country so that we can improve what we need to do as a government. We will not blame anyone, but I want to say that we are addressing some of these issues.
The health minister reassured the public that the government is actively working on plans to enhance infrastructure, resources, and overall patient care. He called for collaboration with stakeholders, including health professionals, community leaders, and the public to ensure that the health system operates effectively and meets the needs of the population.
The reason why we're seeing these kind of issues happening is because we have established clear roles and delineation under the health standards to see that what must be our sick by several level 6 hospital. You know, got my level 5. Level 5 in provincial hospitals, now level 1, 2, 3, 4 primary health level. So PMG is supposed to serve level 6. Now funding allocated level 6. And suppose PMG is supposed to make him work, do look side long cardiac or heart services, kidney services, or cancer services, and money, and plus all work. But at the moment they're using this funding to look after everybody else, where some plenty old mamas have carried and more normal deliveries, where suppose you miss 30 more low levels of health facilities. And
Kapavore believes that the government can create sustainable improvements in healthcare delivery and restore public confidence in the healthcare system. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
The national government will be reviewing the tax component imposed on retired public servants and will make announcements soon. This was raised in today's question time.
The national government is set to review the tax obligations imposed on retired public servants, a development announced by Minister for Public Service Joe Sungi in Parliament today. This announcement follows questions raised by Member for Goroka Ayetambua, highlighting the need for a reassessment.
50 years, all painful of paying tax belong all come. And then on top of that, the retirement money belong, the British pay belong all too. Now you need tax him again. So one plus said something where me look him long all retirees lo you me salembo. One time too, now this la retirement benefit fund belong all too, and you me applying tax on top belong all again. So we are taxing our all retired public servants, plenty time through na trango. On got enough money local place. Now sit down, now work him good blouse lol. Work him life lol after the hard work or work him na save him this la people block country in the government of the day.
Na me assurim na assurim the public servants or some deputy speaker me pla work close to one the government and in the direction of the prime minister or some me pla by look long one, I think, high-level discussion where me as a Minister of Public Service not working, but and by direction Governor look big blong, because it will have an impact also on the revenue blong country. But discussions are now underway, and we will hopefully in its right coming, which is going to be shorter, Mr. Deputy Speaker, that Prime Minister will give some good announcement.
Minister Sungi assured Parliament that the government recognizes the challenges and financial burdens faced by retired public servants due to existing tax measures. He emphasized their commitment to ensure fairness and equity in the treatment of these retirees.
Minister and this government has already sanctioned a lot of taxes, and one of the idea blog, you should give him support all citizens blowing me. Now one block time, public servants now look long by me Raushim or reducing based on the best possible advice from Treasury.
Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
And now the finance news. The kina closed lower at $0.2288 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2213 $0.3107 Australian dollars, 0.1839 euro, and 35.20 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold, cocoa, and palm oil closed higher, coffee and crude oil closed lower, and copper closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. Stay tuned. We'll have news making headlines in the region when we come back.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSP's One Talk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with PSP's One Talk Wallet. PSP's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
Oh, what a game this has been. With a minute to go, it all comes down to this.
And here they come. They go wide. Passes to Becky. He juggles. Kicks it. Who will get there? No, Kara. He's over. What a try. Oh, the emotions are flowing. Jubilation. Ecstasy. What a game.
Yumi Papa na Mama Ground. We protect our land, we provide for our families today and tomorrow. One kind thinking na pasin must stop. ICT infrastructure works the same way. It helps families stay connected, students keep learning, clinics reach patients, and businesses keep growing. When that connection is lost, we feel it because something important in our lives stopped working. That's why protecting ICT infrastructure is protecting our access to life-changing opportunities.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE.
You sabi to awesome condom and wambla way where you can abrusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancy? Tingim, use him condom long right pla way. Stop safe na look out him you yet. Use him condom all get a time. Suppose you no sabe long HIV status long partner blog you or suppose you got plenty partner. Use him condom good all get a time. Long haborusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancies. Use him condom banisim you yet na future blog you. This platok sabe ikam long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
From our homes, where every morning starts with a taste we all love. A taste that holds memories and sheds stories. A taste that can bring friends together. Made with care and loved in every corner of PNG. Inspired by our champions and rooted by our family values. Snacks, so crunchy and tasty, It's irresistible.
This is going to be the flagship competition and the players that have been discovered. Always remember those months that when it happened to be Brett Knight, Inlet, Reece Walsh, Vader, Ezra Matt, Papua New Guinea, Hunt, William Mononga, Corey, miracle two of the game.
Thanks for staying with us. At least 35 people have been killed in a magnitude 7.8 earthquake that rocked the southern Philippines, damaging buildings and setting off a 1-meter tsunami that washed ashore on nearby coasts. At least 12 of those people were killed in the Sorsogon region, of Mindanao Island, said Regional Civil Defense Director Rodrigo Sosmena. National disaster authorities said at least a dozen people were still missing, while 134 had sustained injuries, mostly from falling debris and landslides. With cuts being made to the National Disability Insurance Scheme, advocates say there should be more focus on its legal fees. The agency responsible for the NDIS spent millions on external lawyers at a tribunal last financial year. The majority of those cases were overturned.
This couple says it has been embroiled in an ongoing battle with the National Disability Insurance Scheme. The 28-year-olds are appealing their funding plans at a tribunal.
I can barely scratch my nose. I need assistance with everything. And the fact that they could give me only 7 hours a day of support.
Jaden Rufus is hoping through the process he can get a new wheelchair.
My backrest has actually fallen apart whilst driving into one of my employments. Literally had parts strewn across the entire road and I had somebody behind me picking everything up.
The agency responsible for the NDIS spent $60 million fighting participants at the tribunal last financial year. Within a period of 8 months, around 3/4 of cases resulted in the agency's decision being reversed.
They're fighting the wrong battles. What they should be doing is putting that money into making the right decisions in the first place.
There are concerns cuts to the scheme will create a greater need for advocacy.
There will be desperate times where people are looking for any appeals mechanism.
The National Disability Insurance Agency says it has invested in new dispute resolution approaches focused on quicker, earlier and fairer outcomes. Chantel Moody and Jaden Rufus are hoping their matters will be dealt with this year.
Knowing that they spent that much money to fight their battles that they're losing, obviously, is just a silly way to spend money.
Police in Australia and Thailand have released a script discovered in a Cambodian scan compound where a fake Australian Federal Police office was found. The AFP is urging people to be wary of scam calls, saying it will never ask them to verify bank details. Australia's National Anti-Scam Centre sent text messages to 300 people in February after the AFP identified their personal details in documents from the scam centre in Osmak, Oda, Minchi province. Thai authorities last year discovered fake setups at the compound staged to resemble police agencies from several countries, including a mock-up AFP office using the agency's logo and Australian flags. Australia's historic vehicle sector is thought to generate more than $25 billion a year. But as the world steers away from petrol, classic cars are at risk of being left behind. One solution is an electric upgrade to bring them up to speed.
This small, shiny car may look vintage, but it's been given a modern makeover. Its petrol engine has been gutted and replaced with electric vehicle parts.
So the demand for EVs in classic cars is there at the moment. It is growing significantly.
In its heyday, the Morris Mini was used as a family car and even by police. Its new power-to-weight ratio now rivals that of a Porsche.
Driving it around for a little car that it is, it feels like a pocket rocket.
Hours of work go into future-proofing an old car for the years to come.
That's one of the 3 battery packs. Underneath there is the electric motor and gearbox.
Making things more complex, the entire car was essentially rebuilt from the frame up, and that didn't come cheap, at $200,000. Half of that was just for the EV conversion, a project likely to remain in the realm of enthusiasts for now.
It's unique. They're all different. They're all someone's personal vehicle, and they're all just a little bit of a unicorn. Therefore, there's no economies of scale. It's a very special vehicle every time. If you can, buying a vehicle is better than building a vehicle. Saying that, if you build a vehicle, it's yours, it's special, it's for a special purpose, it's a very different situation. It's like building a hot rod.
Before you could buy an EV from a dealership, conversions like this were one of the only ways you could get your hands on one in Australia. But now, with the growing fuel crisis, projects like this may be making a comeback.
The world is changing. We have to be more careful. We have to convert. We can't keep chugging around in old bangers with inefficient engines.
Bridging the gap between old and new.
More than 900 Australians have been recognised in this year's King's Birthday honours, but achieving gender balance remains elusive, with women making up less than a third of recipients on the list. Many Victorians made the list, from animal activists to police officers.
Pam Ahern has been giving abused and abandoned farm animals a second chance at life for over 20 years. And now, the rescuer from Victoria's Macedon Ranges has been recognised with a Medal of the Order of Australia.
I do what I do because I believe deeply in kindness and I believe in animals and justice, and that's what gets me up every morning. But most of all, it is my belief in the goodness of the human heart.
Veteran Victoria Police Detective Dean Thomas has been awarded an Australian Police Medal for his nearly 40-year service to the force, most notably leading the homicide squad through some of its most high-profile cases.
Whilst it's an award for me, I think it acknowledges, and it's an award for everybody that I've worked with.
Nobel Prize nominated author Gerald Murnane was once described as one of the greatest living writers most people have never heard of.
It feels like a pleasant bonus that arrived unexpectedly. It was always my dream to reach people as little known and as ordinary as I seemed myself.
Nearly 4 years since the murder of Perth schoolboy Cassius Turvey, his mother Michelle is being recognised for her work with Aboriginal communities in WA.
The main focus is on young people because Cassius worked with a lot of his schoolmates and friends as a mentor.
While one of Australia's most eminent Indigenous voices, Pat Turner, has received an AO for her decades of leadership, along with Jewish leader Jason Steinberg for turning pain into purpose by setting up the Queensland Holocaust Museum.
What I've been working on and what I've devoted 4 decades of my life to has been to ensure that we are safe.
The highest honour, the Companion of the Order of Australia, went to child prodigy turned internationally renowned mathematician Terence Tao, and to former Senator Natasha Stott Despoja for advancing gender equality and tackling violence against women.
There is no more important time, I think, globally, for us to be conscious of some of the most egregious violations of the rights of women and girls.
Glad it is for you.
Beloved ABC broadcaster James Valentine was appointed an AM just before his death in April, while his former colleague Fran Kelly is also being celebrated for her journalism and LGBTQ advocacy.
As a democracy, if we're not equitable, then we're failing.
When veteran comedian Rove McManus found out about his nomination, he thought it was a spam email.
There are people who have saved lives and done incredible charity work. I tell jokes, and yet here we are.
From musicians and mathematicians, authors and activists to comedians and community leaders, more than 900 Australians have been recognised in this year's King's Birthday honours. But achieving an equitable gender balance remains elusive, with women making up less than a third of the list.
He's one of the country's most celebrated pianists, and Simon Tedeschi's contribution to culture has struck a chord.
I think music can even bring people who would otherwise regard themselves as committed enemies together into a room, and there's not many things that can do that.
Nearly 4 years since the murder of Perth schoolboy Cassius Turvey, his mother Michelle is being recognised for her work with Aboriginal communities in WA.
The main focus is on young people because Cassius worked with a lot of his schoolmates and friends as a mentor, as an old soul.
While one of Australia's eminent Indigenous voices, Pat Turner, has received an AO for decades of leadership, Jason Steinberg has turned pain into purpose. The Jewish leader set up the Queensland Holocaust Museum.
What I've been working on and what I've devoted 4 decades of my life to has been to ensure that we are safe.
A child prodigy turned internationally renowned mathematician, Terence Tao adds a companion of the order to his list of accomplishments.
It's sort of stunning that my country has given me this recognition. I'm on the same list as Don Bradman.
He's joined by former Senator Natasha Stott Despoja for advancing gender equity and tackling violence against women.
There is no more important time, I think, globally, for us to be conscious of some of the most egregious violations of the rights of women and girls.
Glad it is for you.
Just before his death in April, beloved ABC broadcaster James Valentine was appointed a member of the Order. His colleague Fran Kelly is also being celebrated for her journalism and LGBTQ+ advocacy.
As a democracy, if we're not equitable, then we're failing. So I've always seen that as part of my journalistic instincts.
When veteran comedian Rove McManus found out about his nomination, he suspected it was a spam email.
There are people who have saved lives and done incredible charity work. I tell jokes.
Sports is next. Some updates on Women's Rugby League, more so the Orchids' preparation for the World Cup.
Always on WhatsApp? Then this is your style of banking with TISA. Check your account balance or even chat with a TISA Bank agent. Get started today by following these simple steps. 1. Save TISA Bank's official WhatsApp number in your phone. 2. Open WhatsApp and send a simple hi. 3. Follow the menu to start banking. It's that easy. TISA Bank. Banking on change.
Papa va come close to Laos. Kaya no ready yet. Mak blem pelatia. Mom's too glorasta. Suppose I'm not ready. Ayo. Mamas lo pasim lo paps. I'm sure I'm way blue milk get that.
I now present to you Mr. and Mrs. Jordan Manansala.
Congratulations, newlyweds! Thank you.
Jordan.
You're leaving?
I'm never gonna neglect your daughter.
They're just friends, huh?
Jordan, what's this? I really don't understand what you're doing this.
I want them to enjoy the short time they have together as a couple.
My Husband's Wife, tonight at 8 on TVWAN+.
The best attack in the league against the second best.
They are playing for the UEFA Super Cup. Anthem has had its airing. The handshakes are underway. The action is almost set to commence. Bouncing dangerously in off the bar and in! Spurs in front! Vicky van der Ven! Hold on for Dembele. Dangerous ball, it's in! Paris level! What a turnaround from the European champions!
Welcome back. Newly appointed PNG Orchids head coach Craig Sandercock has revealed initial plans as preparations begin towards the 2026 Rugby League World Cup in October. Coach Sandercock, who is currently coach of the West Tigers NRLW team, recently met with PNG journalists at the West Tigers Centre of Excellence, Concord, Sydney.
In a brief media interview, Coach Sandercock provided an overview of where they are in terms of the Orchids lead-up preparations towards October. From the outset, Coach stressed that his immediate focus right now is getting the house in order. PNG Chiefs have been grouped with Fiji, New Zealand and France and will kick off their Rugby League Cup campaign on October 16 at the Santos National Football Stadium.
Start doing my homework there a little bit later. My first and number 1, 2 and 3 priority is getting the Orchids right and getting our female players in the best possible condition and space they can to play. That's my number 1, and then I'll worry about France a little bit later.
He has reached out to Orchids captain Elsie Albert to get to know her and get her perspective on what the team would look like.
I'll be in regular contact with Elsie because as well as being such a really good player and ambassador for Papua New Guinea, she's also a very good person. So, I'm looking forward to get to know her over the next few months before the World Cup.
Sandercock explained that while he's got a full-time job with the West Tigers NRLW team, he's done some research on the Orchids past and present just to get his head around the dynamics of women's rugby and the level they are at and what needs to be done before the World Cup.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I spent 2 years of my life in PNG, mainly in Rabaul and a little bit in Lae. So I was only really little, but I still have some vague memories of it, but it's more the connection there and my parents, obviously a lot of stories that they've told me through the years. So I hold Papua New Guinea a pretty special place actually.
Interestingly, Coach Sandercock has also revealed that he's got some strong PNG connection through his father when his family lived in Rabaul and Lae, where he was a child growing up. He said before taking up his new role as Orchids head coach, he was NRL assistant coach 4 years and now coach for the NRLW Women's West Tigers team. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
PNG Orchids captain and Parramatta NRLW forward Elsie Albert has thrown her full support behind the NRL expansion franchise. The PNG Chiefs, in an exclusive interview with TV1 Sports at the Parramatta Eels Centre of Excellence in Sydney, Albert expressed strong confidence in the Chiefs' perspectives of being competitive at the top NRL level when they join the league in 2028.
While sharing her amazing rugby league story from those humble beginnings playing for Woodall Cowgirls as a student at Woodall University in East Newton, Albert also shared insights into PNG Chiefs' prospects of being competitive at the NRL come 2028.
But the boys have already signed, and that's a really good sign, and Chambers has done a really good job in getting those boys to sign, and having those players already signed, it'll attract more players to come. So I think the PNG Chiefs will have a good chance, you know, playing in the NRL as well, and it'll be a tough first two 3 years, but I reckon they are for the challenge, and I reckon they'll be pretty good.
She said after the PNG Chiefs entry, she's also expressed dreams of being part of the PNG Chiefs NRLW team, which would eventually come online after the Chiefs is well established.
Hopefully I'm still around by then, but you know, it doesn't have to be, you know, straight into NRLW. Like I'd love to see, you know, Papua New Guinea getting girls into the not as in the NRLW team, but in the Brisbane comp or in the New South Wales comp, just starting from there, so that, you know, girls could have the same exposure as the boys.
Similar to
Because
the Hunters program?
similar to the Hunters program. I'd love to see if we start from there, and then we can build from there, and you know, we look at NRLW when it comes. But for now, I reckon getting the girls to participate in the competition in Australia would be a really good way forward for the PNG talents to come through.
Albert is very optimistic about PNG having an NRLW team down the line, but they'll need to start at the Queensland Cup or New South Wales Cup level. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
12 athletes left the country for Manila yesterday afternoon to compete at the Philippine Open Championships that will be held at Clark City Athletic Stadium. For several team members, including Ray Kumala Heru and Commonwealth Games hopefuls Daniel Baul, Robert Oa, William Pekka and Danlin Kinbangi, it is their second visit after a successful outing at the same event last year. The team also includes javelin throwers and middle and long distance runners. With the Olympic Youth Games coming this year in Dakar, Senegal, PNG has been granted a quota of 1 male athlete in the 100 meters. Port Moresby-based Kabake Lansana is preparing for this event. And that ends the sports segments. We'll now have the weather forecast. Regional forecast. Southern, Port Moresby, Daru, Kerema and Alotau partly cloudy. Popondetta partly cloudy with few showers. Momase, all centers partly cloudy except Ley, cloudy periods with occasional showers and possible thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, Kokoporo, Baul and Kimbe, cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Kavieng, partly cloudy. And Highlands region, all centers cloudy periods with possible evening showers. Ocean forecast, coral seas, seas fresh to rough with southeast winds of 25 to 33 knots. Solomon Sea, seas moderate to rough with southeast winds of 15 to 25 knots, reaching 33 knots at times. Bismarck Sea, seas moderate to rough with southeast winds of 15 to 20 knots, reaching 25 to 33 knots over the southern sector. Pacific Ocean, seas smooth to slight with southeast to easterly winds of 5 to 15 knots. And coastal waters forecast, waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru to Kiwa Island to Kerema to Yule Island to Hutpoi to Samarai Islands. Waters of Samarai Island to Cape Vogel and all Milling Bay Islands, and waters of West New Britain. Seas 1.5 to 2.5 meters, reaching 3 meters at times. Waters of Finchofan through Vitia Strait to CSC Long Island to Madang. Seas 2 to 3 meters. Waters west of Madang to Wewak to Vanimo and northern PNG Indonesian border. Seas 1.5 to 2 meters. And that ends TV1 News. Thanks for your company. Good night.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by
Meet UmiPay, your digital wallet from TVWAN Bank. Your gateway to seamless transactions. Withdraw